Destiny, our boy, the debate lord turned political commentator, drops this gem about how the Democrats are fumbling the ball so hard they might as well be playing dodgeball with a bowling ball.
I wish I could think of a movie analogy. There's got to be some analogy to this, but they're playing a totally different game. Honest to God, the Dems they don't need a Joe Rogan of the left. They need like a Mr. Beast or like a ninja, an old ninja of the left or something. They just need somebody. Well, they need an AOC again, somebody who's like very present on social media, who has like huge presence. Bro, it's so much. This is like just depressing. It's like, I would never imagine how much you can get away with. It's just like lie after lie after lie after lie. Like, but leading Democrats said there was no fraud in government payments. Who said this ever? Who's ever said the government has zero fraud whatsoever? Retweeting libs of TikTok?
Right now, Mr. Musk. The fact of the matter, he's quite popular. He has the largest platform in human history, which is, of course, Twitter/X. And I think we're missing the boat as Democrats. And all I'm saying is that sometimes it's better to join them and actually play a role in how the strategy works, rather than so pathetically, frankly, try to combat something that clearly is a steamroller, and Democrats are being steamrolled.
Nice. We got a source from CNN of just this. I don't even know who this guy is. Dean Phillips. We've got retweets of Mario Newfall. This is a guy who did Twitter Spaces. Oh, I had this idea before, and I didn't bring it up on stream. And then I saw somebody else mention it. I didn't bring it up either. Now I am going to bring it up. One thing that's interesting, I don't know how intentional this all is, but I remember saying a long time ago, isn't it kind of weird or stupid that Elon started paying people for tweets? Like, isn't that kind of weird that, like, there was no reason to do that? People are already using Twitter. Why the is he now paying out people for tweeting images? And now if you think about it, oh, there's like this self-reinforcing monetary pipeline now where Elon Musk, the owner of the site, can retweet you if you're tweeting like far-right misinformation or propaganda, and these people are literally getting paid for it, you know? It's crazy now that there's an actual financial incentive to do fake news and to get as much engagement as possible on these accounts. It's a pretty ingenious like cycle of funding this stuff. Support for the AFD, kill me. Testing. So I was watching the video of you reacting to the Schwerkert presentation regarding national debt. I've done more research on national debt.
He's out here saying they don't need a Joe Rogan of the left. No. What they need is a Mr. Beast, a ninja, or wait for it, an AOC too. Someone with a massive social media presence who can slap the algorithm in the face and make it beg for mercy. And honestly, he's not wrong. It's like the Democrats are stuck in a 90s rom-com, trying to win over the audience with a heartfelt speech, while the right's out here filming a Michael Bay explosion fest with Elon Musk as the executive producer. Two totally different games, and one side's clearly got the popcorn machine running overtime. Let's break this down, because Destiny's got a point that's sharper than a porcupine in a balloon factory. Joe Rogan's this cultural juggernaut, right? He's got millions tuning in to hear him talk about psychedelics, MMA, and whatever conspiracy theory he's marinating in that week. He's the guy you'd find in a dive bar arguing about Bigfoot with a trucker, and somehow he's turned that into a media empire. The right loves him because he's this unfiltered everyman who's not afraid to say, hey, maybe the government's lying about alien lizard people. He's their megaphone, their mascot, their dude. You gotta hear this, friend. But the left, they don't need that. They're not trying to build a cult of personality around some guy in a flannel shirt smoking a joint and musing about the meaning of life. Their game's different. It's less about raw charisma and more about strategic saturation. Think of it like this. Rogan's the Avengers, big, loud, punching aliens in the face with a single, cohesive brand. The Democrats, though, they're more like the Justice League movie that Zack Snyder never finished. Messy, disjointed, full of potential, but nobody knows who's supposed to be the star. Destiny's saying they don't need a Superman. They need a Batman, a slick, calculated presence who's everywhere at once, dropping gadgets or tweets and owning the narrative. That's where the Mr. Beast analogy comes in. Mr. Beast doesn't sit around pontificating about the nature of reality. He's out there giving away cars, planting trees, and making content so addictive you can't scroll past it without clicking. He's a machine of engagement, and that's what the left's missing. Not a philosopher, but a force of nature. And then there's the ninja mention. Old school ninja, the Fortnite king with the neon hair, was inescapable back in the day. He wasn't deep. He didn't need to be. He was just there, dominating Twitch, racking up views, and turning gaming into a cultural phenomenon. Destiny's basically saying the Democrats need someone who can command attention like that, someone who's not afraid to play the game hard, fast, and loud. Not a Rogan, who's all about long-form vibes, but a blitzkrieg of influence. AOC fits that mold, doesn't she? She's already got the social media chops. Her Twitter's a flamethrower. Her Instagram's a masterclass in relatability. She's the left's closest thing to a viral superstar, and Destiny's like, yo, clone her, we need more of that. But here's where it gets depressing, and I'm channeling full Penguin Zero energy now. Imagine me staring into the void, shaking my head like I just found out my favorite pizza place closed. The Democrats are getting steamrolled, and it's not even close. Elon Musk's out here with the largest platform in human history, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, and he's playing 4D chess while the left's still trying to figure out checkers. Destiny's right to point out the absurdity of it all. The right's got this self-reinforcing machine where Musk can retweet some far-right whack-job spouting misinformation, and that dude's suddenly swimming in cash because Elon's paying people to tweet. It's like a dystopian slot machine. Pull the lever, spew some propaganda, and cha-ching, you're rich. Meanwhile, the Democrats are over here like, maybe we should write a sternly worded op-ed in the New York Times. Bro, it's 2025. Nobody's reading that. They're scrolling X, laughing at memes, and the left's nowhere to be found. Let's talk about that financial incentive thing, because Destiny's onto something wild here. Back in the day, I'd have been like, why is Elon paying people to tweet? That's dumb. But now, it's genius. Evil genius maybe, but genius nonetheless. It's like he's built a perpetual motion machine of nonsense. You tweet some crazy lie, say, the government's 100% fraud-free. Which, by the way, nobody's ever said, ever. And if it catches Musk's eye, boom, you're raking in ad revenue or whatever payout system he's cooked up. It's a feedback loop. More engagement, more money, more incentive to keep the lies flowing. The right's got a whole ecosystem now. Rogan's the voice, Musk's the bankroller, and X is the battlefield. The left, they're still trying to figure out how to use TikTok without looking like they're pandering to Gen Z. And speaking of lies, Destiny's exasperation about the no fraud in government payments thing is peak comedy. Who's out here claiming the government's a pristine, fraud-free utopia? Nobody, not a single soul. It's like saying the ocean's dry or my cat's a vegan. It's such a strawman it's practically a scarecrow convention. But that's the game now. Throw out a wild claim, watch it spread, and let the algorithm do the rest. The left's too busy fact-checking to realize they're losing the war for attention. It's like they're showing up to a street race with a bicycle, pedaling furiously while Musk and co. peel out in a Tesla Cybertruck. So why don't they need a Rogan? Because Rogan's a one-man show and the left's strength isn't in solo acts, it's in numbers, in networks, in saturation. Rogan's a lighthouse beaming out to whoever's listening. The Democrats need a whole fleet of ships flooding the airwaves, the feeds, the timelines. Destiny's movie analogy vibes are spot on here. The right's playing Transformers. Big, bold, explosions everywhere. Doesn't matter if the plot makes sense. The left's stuck in a Wes Anderson flick. Quirky, thoughtful, full of pastel colors, but nobody's watching unless they're already a fan. They need to ditch the indie cred and go full blockbuster, but not with one guy. They need a squad, a cinematic universe of influencers who can hit every corner of the internet at once. Let's pivot to AOC for a sec, because Destiny's obsession with her as the model is fascinating. She's the left's secret weapon, but they don't even know it. She's got the charisma, the hustle, the ability to clap back at trolls and still look like she's having fun. Imagine if they had 10 AOCs, each one dominating a different platform, from Twitch to YouTube to Instagram. It'd be like the Avengers assembling, but instead of fighting Thanos, they're dunking on Musk and winning over the Zoomers. Rogan's one dude with a mic. AOC's a movement waiting to happen, and the Democrats are too busy arguing about policy papers to notice. But here's the kicker, and this is where I get all cynical. They're not gonna do it. The Democrats are too scared, too stuck in their old ways, too busy clutching their pearls to join the chaos. Destiny's like, join them, play the game. And I'm over here nodding so hard my neck hurts. Musk's steamroller isn't slowing down, it's picking up speed, and the left's just standing there waving a please stop sign. It's pathetic, it's hilarious, and it's why they're losing. They don't need a Rogan. They need a revolution, a social media blitz that hits harder than a Mr. Beast giveaway on steroids. But instead, they're retreating to TikTok, retreating to their echo chambers, retreating to irrelevance. Imagine the internet as a giant arcade, right? The right's got all the high scores on every machine. Rogan's crushing Street Fighter, Musk's got the pinball table rigged, and Trump's just smashing the Dance Revolution pad with his fists. The Democrats, they're in the corner trying to figure out how to play Pac-Man with a broken joystick. They don't need a Rogan to come in and save the day. They need a whole crew of kids who grew up on this stuff, who know how to hack the machines and rack up points. AOC's one of them, but she's solo queuing while the right's got a full squad. And the national debt thing Destiny mentions? Oh man, that's a whole side quest. Imagine me reacting to some PowerPoint presentation about how we're all doomed because of debt, and I'm just like, bro, I'm too busy worrying about Musk turning Twitter into a misinformation casino to care about this right now. But it ties in, the right's weaponizing every issue, from debt to fraud to whatever else, and the left's still trying to debate the facts. Stop! Nobody cares about the facts when the other side's got a megaphone and a paycheck for every lie they tell. It's like bringing a calculator to a rap battle. You're not winning, fam. So where does this leave us? Destiny's right, they don't need a Joe Rogan. They need a paradigm shift, a cultural earthquake, a social media army that can match the right's energy and then some. Mr. Beast, Ninja, AOC, they're archetypes, not individuals. The left needs creators, influencers, voices that can flood the zone and drown out the noise. Rogan's a monolith, but the left's strength is in multiplicity. They're just too stubborn or clueless to see it. And until they figure that out, they're gonna keep getting steamrolled, watching Musk and his cronies laugh all the way to the bank. It's depressing, it's absurd, and it's the most entertaining train wreck I've seen since Cats hit theaters.